Yes!
Oh my god, dude.
Yes!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yes!
What did you really just do?
Yeah!
You're nuts.
How did I win?
You're
How did I
nuts.
win?
Let's go!
No, brother.
Let's go! I'm running around the house! I'm running around the house! I'm too good! Keep it!
Good calls, good bravery.
Whoa!
I'm so mad.
Back up. Play safe.
Oh no, Rudy!
Am I muted? Okay.
Oh no, Rudy!
I'm sending LOL GG. And I'm blocking him.
Rudy, the gas station!
Look at this thing on him! This thing on him!
Welcome to the Quackdown, episode 15.
Jeez.
Today, unfortunately, Fernando could not be here. He got called in. The Zodiac killer actually resurfaced, so he is doing some detective work on that. He has some past stuff going on with, Zodiac killer, and he's best friends with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a whole bunch of stuff. So anyway, we wish him the best. Hope he doesn't die.
What a life this man lives.
I know, it's incredible. I don't know how he does it week to week, but he does it, and he does it. Today, we are joined by our good friend Mario. We've known Mario for a few years. I met him through two separate avenues that all led back to Rudy, and here we are. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right. Anybody got anything mean to say?
Bike lane should not exist. Stay on the fucking sidewalk where you belong because you are entitled to shit and it pisses me off.
I'm 100% with him on this. Every biker I've ever seen on the road, and I mean every single one, they know damn well that they're not as fast as a car, and they ride their bikes like they're made of, like they themselves are made of adamantium, like they cannot be hurt. And I just want to open my car door every time I drive past them.
It's the worst in Boulder. It's the absolute worst in Boulder.
It really is. They have like the dedicated, like the lanes with like the green lines.
Yeah.
I hate them.
I am okay with the bikers that I see like perfectly following the rules that are set for them if they're going to be on the road, but it's few and far between. Like you'll see that one guy that's like, he pulls up to a stoplight, he stops, he waits. You know, if a car's waiting to turn, he'll like slow down.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, good job, biker.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's like guys in the bike lane, red light. Oh, now I'm a pedestrian.
Exactly.
And I'm going to cross anyway.
Okay,
Like that's not how this works.
No, it
Pick a fucking thing to be. You're a pedestrian or you're not a car, but pick one.
Can I say something else?
Huh.
I think motorcyclists are shitty bike people that just wanted something more powerful.
Cap.
No, because, I mean, on the highway, there was some traffic. I saw this motorcyclist was, like, getting pissed, so he swerves all the way into the HOV lane, swerves back out, and then drives between the cars all the way down.
So that's 50-50. That also depends on what state you're from. Being in California, you can swerve through traffic and shit like that. Colorado, you're not legally, you legally cannot. So that's just him being a dumbass. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
so
Oh,
he-
that I did not know.
Yeah,
That
you
was-
are supposed to abide by normal car rules on a motorcycle in Colorado.
That being said, I do think that most motorcyclists are more aware of what's going on the road.
Oh,
than
yeah,
the
they
average
have to
driver.
be.
They have to
Oh,
be.
fuck yeah.
Exactly.
In a week within getting my license, like I had 4 people almost hit me when I wasn't even in a blind spot. I just tried to merge into a lane where I obviously am.
Right?
And then it's a shitty fucking motorcycle. The horn's awful. So I press, it's just like they don't pay attention. They don't fucking care. At the end of the day, like I don't think they heard me.
Oh,
But
God.
at the same time, like you got to be way more aware.
You got into an accident, didn't you?
See, fucking was not great.
How? Go on.
Essentially, I think I just hit some dirt or something. My tires. So it's a used bike. I got it. I think it's about 2 months after I got my license. So it was funny. I just got back from my brother's apartment and we were there. It was the first time my brother and sister saw my bike. They took pictures of it. They thought it was really cool. Within 5 minutes of leaving that, I crashed it. So that I just hit some dirt or something. It's not. I'm okay at that. I was still relatively new to it. I don't think the problem was me per se. I think I hit some dirt and it just fucking I lost the control. But it dragged me 5 feet, fucked my knees up.
Oof.
I thought I was gonna die because it was in the middle of a fucking highway. I
Oh
thought
my God.
genuinely I was gonna die because like I was like 1 second I'm fine, next I'm under my bike, and I'm like someone's gonna run over my head, and this is it. Like then people aren't gonna stop quick enough. Nothing's gonna I'm dead. About 30 seconds pass, I'm still under my bike. No sound, no nothing. People are just driving past me. Middle of the fucking road, mind you. Sorry. Middle of the fucking road, mind you. So in the middle of the road, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta get this off. I try to push it off me, can't do it. Fucking standing there, like sitting under my bike, fucking crushed by it for another like minute. Still nothing. Nothing. Not a single person pulls over. Not a single "Are you okay?" Nothing like that. So I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta get out of the
This
middle road.
dude's just sleeping on the road.
Yeah, fucking. I pushed that fucker off me. That like with whatever momentum or adrenaline I had. Finally got it to the side of the road. Sat there and fucking called my friend Kyle. I'm like, hey, can you come pick me up? I just crashed my bike.
Oh my God. You should have responded to your brother with a picture of the bike as it was then.
No. He found out a little bit later, but there were certain people that could not find out right away, and my brother was one of them. Not necessarily because he'd be pissed about it. I get that. I'm disappointed in type thing. Like, but there's another one, a coworker of mine who, when I was working at Chili's, she helped me get the bike. She's in her, I want to say late 40s, early 50s.
Mhm.
She used to have a bike shop back where she lived back on the East Coast a long time ago before she moved out here. And if I knew she'll big biker woman, intimidating as hell, sweetest woman you'll ever meet. Will kick the shit out of you if you fuck up. So that's the one person I didn't want finding out.
Damn. And she did eventually.
Oh
I
yeah,
assume?
no, the fucking I had to call into work the next day because I'm like, hey, I crashed my bike. I can't walk.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Knees were fine. Nothing broke. Nothing serious. But every time I bend down, I can feel them. I can feel
Still?
them. Yeah.
Oh,
How
no.
long ago was the accident?
2021, late 2021, I want to say.
And you don't have the bike anymore, right?
I have it. It's in my parking lot. sitting
Oh,
there.
really?
I need to get it fixed, but it's just about moving around funds and allocating them to places where prioritizing such things. So
You should talk to our good pal Nutella about that.
why?
We were just talking about him downstairs. He had a motorcycle for a very long time.
Oh, that's right. I remember seeing it when
Yeah.
you guys lived together.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
He sold his car. I think he ended up getting a motorcycle instead of a car at the time, which was bold,
Especially here with the weather.
especially here. But I think it ended up being like the motorcycle would like break once a month. And
Really?
he would just have to put a bunch of money into it.
Oh, it just wasn't reliable.
I don't know.
The
I think it
mechanic
was a
must
good motorcycle. I just think it had issues. I didn't ask too much about it because the way he talked about it confused me. But
It's more so there are just so few mechanics for motorcycles in Colorado, especially in the Lafayette area. There was one that someone recommended to me, and it turns out he only works on Harleys, and my bike's not a Harley, so that was fucked. And besides that, it's either Longmont or Denver, and so I'm gonna have to get a U-Haul for it regardless, and I have to get it quoted. It's a whole hassle. Need to get the bike there. He has to figure out what's wrong with it. I have to get it quoted, and I can't keep it there. Well, I like said, say if it's like, okay, well, how do we take care of this? She's like, oh, like it's gonna be this. I can't get a quote for a price, so I'm not gonna be able to know how if I'm gonna afford it yet. So I can't leave it there while I get the money. He's gonna charge me for that. So I'd have to get the U-Haul to bring it up there. He'd have to tell me when I have to take it back, how long it's gonna take for him to figure that out. Then I have to take it back. Then I have to bring it back up there with the U-Haul again to get it fixed. It's a hassle.
Oh my God.
But the last mechanic I talked to was one in Longmont. He was a little weird because he was talking about like, yeah, no, you'll order the parts for you once we get it quoted, and then we'll start working. I'm like, isn't the mechanic shop like they order the
also
parts?
order the parts? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
I have heard of that before because they know that there are all like other routes where you can find them cheaper.
sure,
True, but but that's usually like an option, not just you're
Do
gonna
it.
do
Yeah,
it this
yeah.
way. Yeah.
But also, it's like one of those things. Like, what if I fuck up? What if I buy the wrong part and we have to
Yeah.
go through this like 3 times? I don't know what I'm doing.
Sir,
That's why
exactly.
you're fixing it.
Sir, this is an Xbox. This is not going to work with your motorcycle. I don't know why you brought that
You
here.
put the D-pad over here.
I saw someone riding a Harley the other day on the highway, and it just doesn't look comfortable. So hold on to the handlebars
They had monkey bars.
for this long. Yeah, I'd get so tired just holding on to it like this.
Well, it's because you're not badass.
Fuck, I guess not.
I
I
would
can't be
love
Tim Allen.
to see Rudy on a motorcycle.
Rudy on a
Hell no.
motorcycle with a handlebar mustache, I think is my dream.
Why with a handlebar mustache?
I-
That's not even a biker stash.
No, it's a Mexicano stash.
It's not even that either.
It would
A
you could
handlebar
rock it.
mustache. I've seen them on lots of bikers. Usually they're racist, but like lots of
You
bikers.
could break the stereotype.
Yeah.
I want
or join it.
I want
Come on,
those,
Rudy. You'll go down in the history books.
I want one of those
Which
leather
history
vests.
books?
Probably like KKK, like killed people books.
El Libro Español. The Spanish book.
I got that.
Just translating for all you non
Oh, I needed that. thank
native
you.
speakers.
No, I needed that.
Really?
No hablo español, amigo.
Not even Libro?
I know a little bit of kitchen Spanish. Just
that sentence
Cocina.
explaining
yeah,
it.
a little bit of fucking kitchen Spanish, just for the sake of being an expo at the post with him for such a long time, and the cook saying shit and just like not knowing what the hell they're saying. What would Ray say all the time?
Oh my god, what would Ray say? all the
Saca los
time?
pelos. It's like suck my farts.
Oh, that's right.
And fuck, I didn't know for the longest time, but every time I saw Ray or I asked something,
He
from
thought it
him, the
was an
whole fucking
invited,
thing-
like a warm greeting.
Yeah. I didn't know. It's like sign language in high school. I wanted the easy A, man.
Oh my
Suck
God.
my farts,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm
That's
like, fucking
crazy.
every time. No, that
Saca
kitchen,
los pedos, Mario.
exactly. That kitchen's
Hey,
wild.
how you doing? Good to see you.
Good
too.
morning.
¿Cómo estás?
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that.
That kitchen was wild.
Kitchens, well, kitchen Spanish and just like kitchen,
English.
no. Behavior is not the right word.
Attitude.
No, just like
Mindset. Grind set.
kitchens are just whack. All right, it's a whole other
Go
animal.
with that.
Like, man, that kitchen was wild. There's always like, I wouldn't say not necessarily like drama, but like there's always like a stereotype with like people that work in the kitchen.
Oh, guaranteed.
Like you've seen Waiting, the movie, right?
I have not. I've seen clips of it. I know of it. I
Oh,
like.
God.
I
damn
kick in. I've seen my favorite clip is like no bacon on the salad, master. No bacon on the salad.
Oh, but there's always like different roles in the kitchen that somehow like everyone just kind of falls into. Like there's usually the cook that tends to date the hostess that's borderline underage. There's always that one, maybe two.
Hang on. There is no borderline underage.
I like
You're
freshly
either
18. Or
So
no,
that's-
sometimes not the case. Okay, yeah, no, we had a lot of sleazes.
So then
Yes.
that's just underage.
Well,
It's
it's like
the same everywhere though, which is really funny. Same shit happens to too.
well, I also say borderline
say that?
because
Bleep that. Bleep that. Bleep that.
yeah, you want to call any names?
Done a lot of research here.
No, I say borderline because like technically the legal age here is 17, which is just
No, that's not true.
gross.
That's
Is that not
That
true?
is not true. Fucking get your facts right for the love of God, because I don't want to see you in a jail cell.
One, no, and that's why I said it because that's fucking awful.
Legal age of consent, I believe in Colorado. I could be 100% wrong. I think it's 18, and I think it's within a couple years of leniency, depending on how close you are.
Hmm.
I don't know exactly, or would I like? It's one of the things I'm not gonna look it up. I don't want that on my phone history.
I don't want that either. But it was irrelevant to some of these cooks, is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
get at.
You just get pulled over in your car. Sir, have you had anything to drink tonight? I've borderline had 8 or 9. What does that mean, borderline? Well, I drank half of them.
So all you need is 2 to be in trouble with me.
Yeah, and I've borderline had about that many.
You guys ever get that clip on Instagram that resurfaces a lot where it's like that dude gets pulled over to do like a sobriety test? I think it's from Reno 911. But they do like a whole like dance routine,
Yeah.
like step, bump, bump.
I know. Yeah, I know that clip.
I think I just sent you a Reno clip on Reels.
Oh, today?
I love that fucking show. Mostly because I forget his name, but the bigger cop reminds me of Fernando every time. And if you've seen the clip of him coming up and the woman's like, there's kids in the pool. They're playing in the pool, and he's like, oh, because they're black. You want them out of the pool. And she's like, no, they can't swim. And then you just start screaming, black babies, oh no!
Jesus
And
Christ.
I see Fernando doing that. Just, it's so fucking.
Black babies.
I think there's a scene in the clip, and everybody's talking about something else, and he goes, "All right, so just quick question: do we actually have to read people their rights, or can I just skip that?"
I feel like they've heard it by now.
Everybody knows them. They know they're out there. You have these rights. Why do I have to say it again? Research yourself.
They can't even get the name right. Like, all right, I guess I'll read you the Mirandio rights.
I guess I'll read you the Cosgrove rights. Whatever.
The Cosgrove rights.
How's the iCarly
yeah.
song go? It's just the lyrics to the iCarly theme song.
Those are the rights. It's your time to be arrested.
Oh my god.
Wow, I'm surprised that came back to me.
I know.
Wow.
I kept thinking of the Drake and Josh song.
No, you like all the fucking teen shows that are like
hell yeah.
girly as hell.
Well, after watching that documentary, it really makes me feel bad that I watched
As you should.
any of them.
As you should.
I can't open up my
fucking Dan Schneider stand.
Zoe 101 DVDs no more.
Yeah, no, those stories are like horrifying. Not even just like the bullying that Jamie Lynn Spears would do too to all of her co-stars.
Mhm.
Like, she's a bitch.
You watched it, right? The documentary?
No,
Oh God, dude!
I don't think I want to.
You don't.
Yeah.
It ruins the whole image.
I don't need that. I have
Ruins
enough
the
like
whole image.
view on it already that already does ruin the image. It's not necessarily that it's just like one of the things like getting deeper into it. I see no point.
Yeah, no, it ain't worth
He's
it.
a piece of shit, but he has money, so he's probably gonna be fine.
We were watching, Sydney and I were watching Big Fat Liar the other day.
Frankie Muniz.
Yeah.
And Amanda Bynes, right?
Yeah. It's a pretty
Oh,
solid
yeah, dude.
movie.
Oh, what happened?
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what happened to fucking Amanda Bynes, dude? That's
and
tragic.
I think it's John Cho from Harold and Kumar.
Okay, he's in
He's
that.
in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just barely. There's a lot of people that are just like in the background.
Wild. I didn't know that.
It's weird. But I was like, oh, this is pretty solid. The credits start rolling. I was like, all right. Written by Dan Schneider.
He was right. Was it?
Oh no,
Yeah,
I don't. They briefly touch on that movie in the documentary, and
Yeah.
I didn't know that he directed it until I watched that. That's
So-
right.
Did that documentary go into what happened with Amanda Bynes? Like how
Oh yeah,
deeply?
it's like the whole.
Okay.
It's the entire second episode. Did you don't know what happened with Drake Bell?
Kind of.
Ooh, I'm not touching that on this pod, but that is, I think, the worst story. Personally, it is rough.
Just because you have a man crush on him.
What? No,
Did.
no. I think a lot of us growing up idolized him because he was just like this guy can
Idolized
get any.
him.
I wouldn't go that far. You're pushing it.
Yeah.
The dude could get any girl.
I understand that.
And
In elementary school, that wasn't something to look up to.
I
Not
looked up to
elementary.
the dad.
That makes perfect sense. I remember I was just telling someone about this scene where it was the episode where it was like their anniversary and he still hadn't bought a gift for the mom.
But that's not like me. I have gifts for Sydney for every occasion.
It's his reaction where he was like trying to give money to Drake and Josh. He's like, here's some money. Go to the mall and get your mom something nice. Get her something. I don't know. Get her some toothpaste. She's always using toothpaste. I'm just a man. He freaks out and leaves.
See, that shows a lot about our childhood. Is the fact you looked up to Drake and Josh. You know who I looked up to as a kid? Fucking Ed, and Eddie.
Why? They were
Yeah.
scammers.
Yeah, they
What
were
the
just-
fuck?
No, they were dumb. That was literally it. That was funny. I was like fucking childhood me, fucking not that interested in getting women that young of an age. Like elementary school, no.
I was, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
I
and
was.
scamming me. So how did you not look up to Ed, and Eddie?
Scamming you how?
The Crystals.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go again with the goddamn
What was that?
crystals.
So told me that story last night, but I remember specifically like he brought it up with you too. Is the fact that like he scammed you and was it Fernando for pizza? Like he didn't pay for like 3 years or something.
He never paid, but I think I was past the point of actually ever getting paid. I was just like, just fucking here, just take a slice. It's a whole pizza. I'm not gonna eat this by myself. Here you go.
Yeah, but he thought he was conning you at that point, which is really funny.
He's interesting. He's an interesting character.
He's a stereotype, is what he is.
Okay.
I love him to death. Love that man. We stay up way too late playing fucking League of Legends. I want to kill myself for it, but
I mean,
He's
with or without him, it sounds like that's a good option.
I still can't believe that you guys still play that game.
I don't want
Yeah.
to talk about it.
I feel like As a community, we should have moved on.
Sure,
Right?
no, I agree.
Yeah.
But we didn't get, and it's getting more popular every fucking day. Versus like games that died off. Like look at Overwatch,
It's getting more popular. I thought it was dying.
I haven't seen
Worlds
shit.
and shit like that. Like it's one of the things that are still popular, and people like it's still gaining player base. Like the amount of people that sign up for accounts is insane. Granted, some people make multiple accounts, but it's still like, dude, it's ridiculous. But then like look at Overwatch. That shit died. Like if y'all ever played Smite, that died down quite a bit over the years. But it's still like there's still reoccurring fan bases. Those games don't die.
I know Valorant is coming over,
Yep.
but like I honestly don't know anything about it.
It's Counter-Strike and Overwatch.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's okay.
I think for consoles it'll probably be fine. Because it's and Fernando has talked about it and he's like, I'm not gonna play that, blah blah. I'm like, it's kind of like right up your alley. Like it's kind of perfect for you. The skill gap is super high.
Oh.
Like super high. It's the, instant headshots, search and destroy. It's what he likes. So I think he'd like it a lot. Will we ever play it? Who knows?
It's okay. Like,
Probably
I
not.
signed up for the beta. I want to see how it is. I don't think it translates because it's a game made for like mouse.
Yes.
Like
Mm.
it's like when they brought Counter-Strike over to like the 360 in like that orange box. Do you remember that?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That was such a weird
It was weird.
concept
It was-
disc.
Yeah. And the Counter-Strike on there wasn't bad, but like you could tell it was like this is not made for
It
controller.
didn't feel right.
you could argue that
Um,
about most shooters though at this day and age. Because one of the things like people argue to the day they die, like, oh, mouse and keyboard are better for like shooters and stuff like that.
Well, they are, yeah. Like because we play Siege all the time
Sure.
still.
You know,
And people on console Siege use the little adapters to like use mouse and keyboard
I get that.
against us, and you can tell, and they are much better. But like, yeah, they're much better. That's the point. That's why we're separated.
I think the
Separate
skill. I
but
think the skill
equal.
caps. I wouldn't say they're better. I think there's a very different skill cap for each one. Like I think the skill cap for mouse and keyboard is higher, and you can. Get
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
Get significantly better. But like, dude, fucking when Destiny 2 came out, like when it first dropped, all my friends would swear by it that like mouse and keyboard are better. We went into Crucible. I hooked up my controller. I fucking stomped everyone. And
Mouse and keyboard's only better if you're
Good with it.
Good
at
at the
it, yeah.
game in general.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you have to be good at mouse and keyboard, like shooters, because you can just play PC games all the time, but doesn't mean you're gonna be good at a shooter.
Okay, no.
Like I could switch over to PC and I'm probably gonna be shit.
And fucking your sensitivity is gonna be blowing. You're gonna want to blow your brains out.
Yeah. Like the adjustment time is real. And honestly, I think it's swapping from either side. Because you'll have PC players that try to play on a controller and their thumbs are just not that coordinated.
That's like so.
I've had people like, some of Fernando's friends are always like, "Why don't you guys get PCs?" I'm like, "Cause I'm fucking old now. Like, I want to come home from work, sit down on the couch, press one button to turn on everything, and get in like that. I don't want,
Depends on who new your PC is.
yeah, but I don't want complexity. I barely like turning on my MacBook. Like,
It's a lot more simple to be a console person.
it's so much more simple.
I don't touch my console for games anymore.
You should.
I have a fucking Xbox Series S. I have two of them actually in my house. I don't see a point in getting anything past that money wise, or just like I have PC.
Well, you know what's coming out next year that has crossplay?
Civ 6.
Civ 7.
7.
You know, I haven't touched a Civilization game since we played on
I
Oscars
mean,
night.
before we got traumatized.
Yeah, because we played for 4 hours straight.
That was more than no. You're saying 4?
I swear to
That
God,
was
it was
not-
4
that was
because
way-
we started at like 5, and it was.
No, that was a weekend. That was a weekend.
We did not do that for a whole weekend.
No, we did that. No, it was not 4 hours though. It was like 10. That was 10-hour game. Our first game was 10 hours. Because
Oh my god.
now fucking Micah was funding Mao Zedong to get a war with Tyler every
You
turn
were
until we ran out
all
of money.
funding.
No,
it.
Every time I hear this story, it makes me wanna play this game.
Because I didn't know. Because I
You did know because when it got revealed, you were like, "Haha, Tyler, fuck you."
I thought it was funny. Yeah, I will say that happened. I didn't know, but I thought it was funny for your sake. But no, fucking, it was he funneled all of his money to Mao Zedong to the point where he kept clearing more on Tyler until he got too powerful. Just wiped all of us off the fucking map.
All of this was happening while the Oscars were going on in the background.
Well, yeah, that was the thing, huh?
What year?
15, 14?
Yeah, it was high
13?
school. It was high school. I think it was freshman or sophomore year.
That might have been late middle school.
No,
No,
you might be right because it was.
That was either 8th or 9th grade, if I were to guess.
I think it was 9th because I'm pretty sure I had my Xbox One by that time. Because that was when.
I don't think so, mate.
Because I had both. Like I held
No,
on
I
to
know,
both.
but I don't think so. I think that was pre Xbox One.
What?
Because there was that period between the 360 and the Xbox One where like
Not everyone had it.
not everyone had it,
Right.
and like Destiny wasn't like cross console play, so like I would switch back and forth.
Oh,
To
that's
play
right.
Destiny.
That did suck.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. I'm glad they fixed that.
I remember
now.
playing the Destiny beta.
God, that was
on
so much fun.
PS3.
That was so much fun.
It's a
And
good
then-
game. Destiny 1 I thought was a good game. Then Destiny 2, you need to spend like $200-300.
It's over now,
It's-
right? The last
yeah,
expansion.
it's
I don't
out.
know.
It's the last.
I think
it?
that's it.
last DLC. They're done and they're moving on to Destiny 3.
There's a thing.
It's made them so much money. They can't not. And I think I'm always down for a new Destiny to come out because like even with Destiny 2, I still went into it going like, oh, it's Destiny again. But I paid my $60. I played
Yeah, it
30
went free,
hours.
what, a year later?
Yeah. I feel like I got my money's worth. I had a good time. I didn't have to like invest all my time into it. So like I'm down for another one to come out because it is fun for it's different for
It's fun
Yeah, but it's-
until it gets
grinding.
overly complicated. So
You
like
mean the
the-
raids?
and that's the other thing too is like I think I maybe did Vault of Glass twice.
Yeah.
And whatever the first raid was in
That is fault. Oh,
and-
Destiny 2.
yeah.
in Destiny 2, and that was it.
Oh, I fucking
I never had the people to really do the raids with, and that already is like a huge part of the game.
It's a huge friend
I-
game. It's a huge friend game. And if
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of people to do it, it fucks it.
Yeah.
And I think especially like these days, it's so hard to get people to
6
play
friends or-
games.
yeah,
Even
5
if
other
you
friends.
do like the forums where like, hey, I need
You can get
someone to
people,
play
but
this
they're
role.
trash.
But they're trash or they're
Yeah.
just assholes.
Yeah.
And they have zero patience if you don't know how to do everything right on the first try or whatever. And they're just like, you're trash.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
There was I think when Destiny 2 came out, there was like a forum that was strictly like, we will walk you through every step of the raid and tell you what we're doing so that you know how to do it from now on.
It wasn't the steps that were the problem because you could look those up.
Yeah, it's
you
the-
could look those up. It's the fucking people they're good with. Because you can't you don't know. It's a coin flip because it's one of the things you post to forums like, hey, need a few other people for this raid. It's a coin flip of whether what is they gonna be good or not.
Those raids were like the new generation of like the zombies Easter egg.
Yeah, but you got rewards for it. You actually got shit
Yeah.
for it.
The zombies Easter egg, you just kind of got. I honestly like zombies. Those Easter eggs, some of them were hell.
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La, I don't even want to think about. That map is dog shit.
No, I like that map.
No, that's
I like that one.
incorrect. Everybody's allowed to have their own opinions. I can say,
It's not my favorite map, but it's not a great map.
God, it's bad. The stupid fucking monkeys.
That monkey job. What do you with that logic? Ascension sucks dick too.
No, I like Ascension.
Okay, then that counters your argument.
See, when I think about zombies maps, a couple of things go in. One, can I play it and just have fun without doing the Easter egg? Ascension,
fair.
yes. Shangri-La, go fuck yourself. 2, is the Easter egg difficult? Ascension's not super difficult. I think the most difficult
I
was
don't
Buried.
think there's that big of an Easter egg besides blowing up the fucking
Missile,
bomb.
yeah. Buried was the one that I wanted to die on.
I didn't mind that one actually.
Shoot, there's like a part where you have to shoot the ghosts in the house. I fucked that up probably 30 times. I hate those ghosts. I don't ever want to see ghosts again. If you're listening to this ghost, go fuck yourself.
That would-
Specifically, if you're a ghost at Microsoft, go fuck yourself.
And we're back.
They have their showcase today.
Today?
Oh,
yeah,
what?
yeah, their E3
I'm sure it's going to be
showcase.
full of nothing.
No, I don't think so. So
What? I don't know about that, man.
with
What are they going to showcase?
So one thing that's been rumored that's not like even like really a rumor anymore, it's kind of confirmed, is they're making a portable Xbox.
Why?
Partially because Game Pass is such a big thing now,
Game Pass is a huge thing.
and they want something that can compete with Sony's little pad that they came out with, the Portal,
It's not going to take much.
but that can play games too. So it's kind of Steam Decky.
Well, The thing about Xbox is I don't think they're really competing anymore. 'Cause
No,
one
they're
of-
done.
No, we,
They're done.
we already talked about
The
this.
console is dead. I guarantee you, we
I don't
probably
know about that. I think they're doing fine.
They sold like 20 million Xbox X and S consoles in total. Total. But
Yeah,
the PS5 has sold 65 to 70 million just PS5s.
Okay, I'll give you that. But
Yeah.
on top of that, like they're still doing better than Nintendo, and they're never gonna be dead because it's one of those things like they make so much money else on other enterprises.
Well, we talked about like Sega. Sega had the Sega Genesis for the longest time. They blew it with one generation, and they switched entirely to game publishing. And that's what I think is going to happen to Microsoft, because I think they're kind of realizing like the money's not really in the console, it's in the games that we create.
That checks out.
Like,
and-
did you see the rumor about
Halo,
the Halo remaster
Yeah.
that would potentially come out on Sony?
just give me the Master Chief Collection. I don't know why it's that fucking hard. I don't need a remaster of a remaster. Like
That's
we've
ridiculous.
had like 2 remasters of the Halo Combat Evolved. It's a good game, but it's not like fucking life changing compared to like what comes after it.
It would be incredibly weird if I was playing Halo and I saw like the PlayStation button like UI
Yeah.
over it. It'd be so weird.
No, I mean I will fully pay for Game Pass if it meant that I got to play Halo on my PlayStation.
That's valid. That's a great time.
Like 100%. I know they're remastering Gears of War
Oh,
to
fuck
bring
that, man.
to PlayStation.
What, you
I
want that?
I would buy that.
No,
I would
first
buy
three.
that.
First three. Then you don't touch it.
Right. I
No,
heard the-
four was not bad.
was what was that-
Judgment was bad.
which
that,
one was the
like-
one with his son?
That was 4.
I thought,
Judgment
that was,
was
I thought that was
buried.
4.
Judgment was buried.
Yeah. 4 like continued the story and had like old man Marcus.
Yeah, with his dad.
Yeah.
With the dad. And I queued out after that.
5 was really good. 5 has
I don't believe
Rahul
you.
Kohli in it.
I don't believe you.
Really? He's in
Yeah.
it?
5 is sick. 5 is sick. It definitely like they need to put more time and effort, because I know they're doing another Gears. They've been working on it for a fucking long time.
Oh, I thought it was done.
No, they wanted to do one last trilogy. I think
Did anyone play Alan Wake 2?
I've
He's-
started it.
Tried
Is
it.
it good?
It's good. I just have so many fucking games to get through, but
That's valid.
I just bought the deluxe edition so I can get those new DLCs because they look like a lot of fucking fun.
I do want to play that. What was the book that you told me to read to get the story of the first one?
Alan
Because
Wake
I don't want to
book.
play the
just
first
the
one.
Alan
It's
Wake
just
book.
clunky. Oh,
The
okay.
first one's not that clunky. Oh, I get
It
it.
is. It is now.
I believe that.
Even
It's-
because they gave us the remaster for free. I think
Yeah.
that's the only reason I have it. And I went through the first 2 like episodes. I'm like,
It's not.
it's not that
horrible.
fun.
Dude, the
Yeah.
fucking soundtrack for that game is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It is really
introduced-
good,
It
though.
introduced me to a band I had no idea their Norwegian Poets of the Fall. They do the full soundtrack for that whole fucking game.
Oh, didn't know that. Cool.
And like phenomenal band.
It kind of reminds me of the Death Stranding soundtrack in like a weird way, because
Played that.
Death Stranding has a dope soundtrack. I fucking love that music, but the rest of the game, but like the soundtrack, absolutely great.
Was that game fun?
It was relaxing for some parts, because like just kind of walking around, because the game is gorgeous. Like walking around the area with the music that they have in there, it's peaceful. But for like a 40-hour game where most of the gameplay is you carrying boxes and trying not to tip over, no, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I'm not
If
good
they
for it.
change it up for the second one, I'll be
They're making a
hyped.
second.
Yeah.
But
Was Mads Mikkelsen in the first one or just this new one?
no, he's not in the second one. He's just in the first one.
Oh, then who's the new big actor in this one?
There's a few. Ellie Fanning.
That's right.
Um,
I'm
I don't
missing somebody
Yeah.
else. But some yeah. look
Kojima.
cool.
Speaking of Kojima, he's been nonstop raving about Furiosa on Twitter.
Really?
Like post after post after post about how great it is and how much he loved certain characters in it. And everybody was like, every single person in Furiosa is going to get scanned into Kojima's next game.
Probably.
There is no way. He sat down and he did like a one-on-one interview with George Miller, the director. Like he's all. By the way, I love Kojima's reviews on movies because it's genuinely, it tells you like without any numbers, did he like the movie or not? So Furiosa, he wrote a tweet like this long, max characters, praising everything about it. He was like, Anna Taylor-Joy was awesome. Chris Hemsworth stole the screen time. The story is great. The soundtrack is great. The visual, blah, blah, blah. He went to see the Marvels. He just just saw the Marvels. That's it. That's it.
That's wild.
That's it. And it's so, you can go, like, and I like the Marvels. I thought it was a fun movie.
What is the Marvels?
It's the Captain Marvel movie.
Miss Marvel.
Miss
and,
Marvel, and then
I stopped paying attention forever ago. Fucking.
it's a lot to keep track of. We've talked about this a
It's a
lot.
mess.
Marvel needs to chill. And they are chilling. They're switching to like 2 movies a year and maybe 2 shows a year, which
That's
I think
a
is
lot.
yeah. But like I think when Loki came out, we got Loki, WandaVision, Winter Soldier, and Hawkeye all in the same
All
year,
one year, yeah.
as Black
And
Widow.
She-Hulk, right?
She-Hulk
That
was,
the year-
later.
yeah.
Yeah.
a little bit
But then
after.
that same year we got She-Hulk, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel,
Uh-huh.
Shang-Chi,
Great movie.
I didn't like
Spider-Man.
What?
What?
I didn't like shit. So I watched most of it.
That movie's dope.
And
It's
one,
That
so
movie's
awesome.
Nah,
so
okay,
sick.
cinematically beautiful.
The fights
The
are fucking sick.
story's got a dog though, man.
No, it's not.
I think the story's really good up until they get to the. It should have just been a fight versus father and son instead of the big fucking dragon.
See, I didn't even get that far. I
Yeah.
got to the point where he listen. Listen, I got to the point
So
where
you're
he
not
went-
even at the point where the story drops off. It's
I
fucking
got,
sick
I
up
got,
until that
I got
point.
to the point where he literally went back to his his mother's ancestral grounds.
Yeah.
and he's back in that area, and it's like, oh, we got offended. It's like, I'm done.
God,
You
that's-
missed out on some of the coolest shit.
Yeah.
I want to watch Kung Fu. I'll watch Cobra Kai. I'm kidding.
I love that show, but dude, know your place.
Warrior is actually a phenomenal show. I'd recommend if you want to see like kung fu fights that are really fucking dope. It was on HBO. They added it to Netflix recently because HBO dropped it. I don't know why, because that show's phenomenal. But if you want to watch some kung fu badassness, watch Warrior.
Okay.
Oh, what was that other show? It's not Kung Fu at all. So a little bit of a racist tangent, and I don't mean to be racist.
my.
It's just I thought of martial arts fighting, and I went right to Shogun, which is a dope fucking show.
I thought you were gonna be like weird about it. Like, yeah, I thought about the yellow Teletubby.
What?
That's quite the stretch.
I just because we've all been in the realm of comic book movies for a while.
Mhm.
What do you think about
Please ask
Gunn's Superman?
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, James Gunn Superman.
Like, do we think that's
Oh.
going to end up being good? I think it's going to end up being great.
He got
I-
recasted, right? The Superman got recasted. And
Got
you
recast.
saw the picture, right?
No.
Of him putting on his boots.
I don't know who it is.
He looks
Oh,
pretty
show,
fucking
show the
good.
picture.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to not trust James Gunn, but
Anybody-
I'm still just
His track
salty
record's
about
solid.
how some of these people got screwed over.
Oh, 100%. Well, fucking.
And I also hate that the first big screen Robin we're gonna get in modern day is gonna be Damian Wayne, and that pisses me off.
We don't get a refresher on any of the Robin stories, but then again, that only matters to the OG comic fans.
But how often do we get a refresher on the Robin story?
That's my point.
to
We
the
don't.
G-
We don't. It's never gonna happen because no one gives a shit besides the OG comic fans.
Damian's such a little bastard.
Yeah, no, he's awful. But at the same time, guess what? All the new fucking people who like will watch it, and
That's him.
is that Richard Madden?
No. David Cornensweet.
I don't know what that is.
Cornensweet.
Yeah, that's
That's a
new
made up
Superman.
name. He made that up.
But who's Lex Luthor? Nicholas.
Holt.
Nicholas
That
Hoult.
I'm down for.
I know the name. I can't picture.
He
face.
played
Beast.
Beast in.
The new
Oh
X-Men.
shit! Really?
Yeah. So
Because
he's
he
Lex
originally
Luthor.
tried.
He's English, right?
Yes.
Yes.
He was in Jack the Giant Slayer.
Because
Yeah.
he originally tried to get casted for
Superman.
For Superman.
Yeah.
No
and
way.
Batman. And Batman.
No way! I can
Yeah.
see him as Lex Luthor, but I cannot see him as either
Yeah.
one.
He looks good as Lex Luthor. Like
I'm
it's
excited
not
for
a
that.
it's not a Jesse Eisenberg thing where I was like, I like Jesse Eisenberg, but this is not it.
Jesse Eisenberg and Michael Cera could play the same person in every movie.
I'm surprised
I would
they
love to
haven't
see Michael
done-
Cera in The Social Network.
I would love to see a movie where they play each other.
Oh.
I'd
watch that.
It's like
I don't care what the story
it's
is.
like BoJack when
Oh, you told me about this.
Daniel Radcliffe. So on BoJack Horseman, Daniel Radcliffe as a character is voiced by Elijah Wood,
That's
And then
hilarious.
Later on, Elijah Wood comes in and he's voiced by Daniel Radcliffe.
That's hilarious. I love
and
that.
I think that's so fucking funny. I love that. I love when that shit happens.
What we've talked about this a couple of times in the pod. What was your opinion on Pattinson's Batman?
I still haven't seen it.
What?
Dude,
Do we need to change up our
Here's the
movie
thing.
today?
I think we should.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
okay? Here's the thing. There's so much shit to watch all the fucking time now that dedicating my time to different stuff is not easy.
I think we need to change up the movie.
Yeah.
You've officially
Oh my god.
You of all people. We've gotten into arguments before about who's the best Batman.
That's because you jerked off Ben Affleck for the longest time
He was good.
He was good.
compared to everyone else.
Yes.
Yes. He was a good
I don't know
Batman.
about that.
You're not gonna tell me that Bale's the best Batman.
I'm not Bale.
Keaton?
Probably.
Clooney.
Okay, respectable. Clooney.
Love me some
the nips.
I just want someone to portray Bruce Wayne the best. I want to see both sides portrayed the best way that they can. My biggest problem with fucking Ben Affleck's fucking thanks, Ned. My biggest problem is probably just how it's portrayed because I remember watching the first Justice League movie before it was the Snyder Cut, and I remember there was a scene where like he was dodging bullets and there was a slow-mo where he was like just leaned back maybe like slightly, like his back was like arched, like barely, like and
Like Matrixy, you mean?
Not even. It was like the most pathetic fucking like slow-mo scene I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Was
'Cause
it the original Justice League?
Yes,
Or okay,
original.
that
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah,
That
yeah.
makes
It's
sense.
like fucking it's like it's like fucking and I'm just like okay so he's old and he can't do his own and he can't like do very good stunts, but at the same time he wanted to try and I don't like this.
Joss Whedon just doesn't have the sauce anymore.
I just don't like that man.
He's
anymore.
just not a good guy.
Something I think. Have your opinions on whatever Batman actor, but I think at the very least there's never been a bad live action portrayal of Bruce Wayne. I think anyone that's ever been cast as Batman has at least done a good job at Bruce Wayne.
They've done decent jobs. I wouldn't say great.
Who came across your mind for not good?
Ben Affleck.
Fuck off!
To-
No,
I will say, to be fair, you don't get to see really anything
see much in
of
what you
him
do.
being Bruce Wayne
Yeah, exactly. So you don't-
compared to all the other movies.
Affleck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
You don't see a lot
So-
of it, and what you do is you just don't necessarily see because there's supposed to be two fucking personas. He's not supposed to fucking it's two different things. Like, and I get he's older. He's supposed to be older in whatever movies he's in, but at the same time, you don't see the typical playboy. You see so many hints of Batman that he's actually Batman. He plays too much into he's not trying to hide the fact.
but that's because most of the time you see him as just Bruce Wayne. He's in the fucking Batcave.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not making
There-
that many
there's
public appearances
One
in the movies.
public appearance
Yes.
that he makes,
Yes.
and it's at the gallery when he
With-
meets
with Gal-
Superman.
correct.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I thought that was like when he switches from I think he's talking to Lex or something like that, and he's acting all drunk and stuff, and he's all lively, and then Lex walks away and he just shifts back into Batman.
Yeah,
I was like, that was pretty cool. I like that.
That was okay.
But again, I don't think we can judge him on his Ben Affleck
Fair.
because or
Wayne.
on his Bruce Wayne because it just didn't happen. Nothing. We didn't.
I'll give you that much.
Every single person except Gal Gadot got screwed out of a good story in that thing.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot deserves what she got.
and the biggest. So him and I have talked about it, and we think the Pattinson movie is the best Batman movie that has been
To
made
date,
to date.
Yes.
And it's my biggest reason is because it's the closest we've ever seen him as a detective.
Yeah, we got
Although-
little,
Anything else.
you got little hints of him being a detective in.
are
Christian
you
Bale's.
also including the animated movies though?
No,
I would
no,
argue-
no.
That's a
Okay,
whole
just live
different-
action. That's a whole other realm.
I would argue the animated movies are significantly better. Than
Well,
the
yeah.
Absolutely,
live action.
Because you
Red
can
Hood
do-
is as
You
astounding.
can do
Red
whatever
Hood's
you want.
phenomenal.
With those.
Yeah.
Year One's phenomenal.
Year One is great. Phantasm, Return of the Joker.
Yeah,
That one's my personal favorite. Return of the Joker.
I just can't get over Red Hood.
It's too good, man. You haven't touched. Oh, no, already butchered. You haven't lost your touch, Bruce. And then just the jaw drop. I'm like,
Throws his chair. It's like, who the fuck knows who I am?
yeah.
Just
Uh,
before we go,
Yeah.
Arkham Knight. Just speaking of Red Hood, actually no. let's shelve Arkham Knight for a second.
Gotham Knights?
There's a new no.
No, we were just talking about this last night.
Yeah, no,
the
we
VR.
were fucking the
Yeah.
Yes.
I am so
Why?
fucking livid that we are finally getting the chance to see. It's a sequel to Arkham Origins.
Yeah. And it's all in VR.
And it's all in VR.
No, it's gonna be awful.
Granted, I have it. I'll play it. But
I mean, I guess, but what are you? You're gonna look so fucking dumb in your VR.
He's gonna be in the living room and be like, "I am the knight.
Yeah.
I am Batman."
it's like there's that Community episode where the dean gets a VR and all he's doing is like sorting files, and in there it's like he's like ha ha like climbing and stuff, and then it zooms out and he's like oh my. It's great. That's how I would feel playing the Assassin's Creed VR, which I do want to play. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Sounds like motion sickness.
It is motion. Most of VR is motion.
Until I can link into the fucking game, I'm not gonna touch with VR. Until I can like stick a USB in my veins, I'm like, I'm good.
Just get really in there.
I want to get Sword Art Online.
That's exact. Well, granted, it was scary watching it, but like the experience though looked really cool. Sword Art Online. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Not good. I wouldn't recommend
Watch it.
Yeah,
I thought that was a game.
based on the anime.
Oh.
Yeah, the concept was that everyone played this really popular game where you put on this helmet. It was like a VR game, but
You're
once
stuck in it.
the creator of the game, at one point was just like, "Hey, by the way, everyone that's playing right now, you're stuck in this game. You can't get the helmet off, and if you do,
get
you
that
die.
one, yeah,
And if you die in the game, you die in real life."
correct.
So it's like Spy Kids.
What?
Yeah, yeah. You know what? No, that's valid.
No.
Spy Kids 3. That's
I-
really valid. Yeah, that's exactly it. But,
Oh, bro.
Better world building, and there's not the
Better world building
Yeah.
than Spy Kids 3? Then Spy Kids
No
3D
way.
Game Over, directed by Robert Rodriguez.
and there's no the guy
That
with
movie
like
had Robert
99 lives.
That movie had fucking fuck. I fucked up the joke. I tap out. I was gonna say Harry Potter, but I fucking couldn't think of his name because it's actually Elijah Wood.
It was
Elijah
Elijah Wood. Yeah,
I could. I was fuck.
he had
Whatever.
99 lives and died in one hit.
Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
I still
What a cast!
That cast is stupid.
It was the president was played by George Clooney
And Sylvester Stallone.
and Sylvester Stallone ended up being the villain.
And then the grandpa is somebody famous too.
I don't remember Grandpa.
Yes.
Yeah,
Their-
Antonio
their
Banderas is the
mom
dad.
is the mom from Hill House.
Antonio Banderas is the dad.
Holy shit!
Um,
That didn't cross my mind.
Really?
Emily,
Oh
young,
my god!
young Emily
Yeah.
Osmond too.
Carla
Yeah.
Guino?
Wow.
Whatever it is. Yeah, crazy.
You blew my mind with
Right.
that. Oh my god. Yeah. And Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
Oh my God.
He's got one of
What
the
a draw.
hardest lines
The
in the
same-
second
the
movie
exact
when
same
he
thing I
goes, "Do you think God lives in fear of what he's created down here?" For a kids movie, that is a crazy line. And he says it. You can't.
So casually.
Steve Buscemi and John Goodman are two people that they can be in anything, and I'm gonna love them in everything they're in.
I don't know. You were a fan of Grown Ups, I assume. Then.
It was okay. Grown Ups, I appreciate Grown Ups for what it is, and
What,
it's Adam
the Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah, it's Adam Sandler getting all of his best friends a paycheck.
That's fair.
Like that's most of his movies up until recently because he's really wanted to win an Oscar.
I'll watch that movie like every few summers because sometimes it's just fun.
You're gonna get chocolate wasted.
That line is cringy as hell though. Oh my god. Also, Adam Sandler being married to Selma Hayek in what world? What world?
I don't know, man. He pulls probably.
It's got that
He-
fucking
You just get jealous too easily.
what's
You
what's,
do, 'cause
You
like-
get jealous mad easy.
We talked about this with Nick. The key,
you need to be a little fruity.
you got to be a little fruity. That's the way to live. You have to agree with this too. You have to
What
be
sense?
a little fruity.
Look at Pedro Pascal. That was the example we had.
Pedro Pascal's a little fruity, but he can pull.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't think that's it though.
That's the it. Ask any woman out there if you can't be a little fruity, it's over.
You're gonna
No, I'm not
look me in
saying-
the eyes and be like, you're not a little fruity yourself sometimes.
I'm not saying not as bad as you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But you have it.
Yeah, I'm
you
not-
have
never-
it.
I'll
you've
say
never
a little.
taken
You're a
a-
lot of fruity.
You are
Well, I don't know what I'm doing
Rudy,
wrong.
Rudy the fruity.
Uh,
Fruity Rudy.
call me Fruit Loop.
You're the one that took 150 shirtless pictures of Nutella on a beach.
Listen, you guys weren't doing anything picturesque in that ocean.
It's not about being picturesque. It's
I didn't
about
tell Rob.
candid photos.
I didn't tell Nutella to do anything. Bleep that. I almost said it.
We all know what you told him to do.
Yeah, I didn't see the rest of the pictures, but he was probably posing like on the beach, like.
It's 150 of those same type of pictures from different angles.
Do you still have them? Like
I
on your
do.
SD card?
I think so.
Okay, well,
I haven't
show 'em.
deleted anything from that SD card.
Nice.
Yeah,
That
later at
SD
night,
card? Was that the camera you took?
I think so. I don't know if that's the SD card, but
Oh,
somewhere around here.
Uh,
Anyway,
I'm surprised later that night you weren't just like drinking tequila. I'm like, what happens in Mexico. stays
he
in
did.
Mexico.
He did say that, but ironically, I think.
Was it?
and then I couldn't do anything because it was mosquito season.
Don't look at me. It's mosquito season. All right.
Oh my god.
What are we watching, Rudy?
Spy Kids. did.
No, I'm also not
No,
opposed to that either. But no, you not have. We're watching the Batman. We are changing this up because I cannot believe you, as an avid Batman, let alone DC fan, has not seen this movie.
Heard.
Is insane. It's fantastic. We're watching the Batman.
Okay.
With Robert
I'm
Pattinson.
trying not to fall asleep.
It is streamable on Max.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yes,
That's it, right?
and
I've scored by it so many
Disney
times.
Plus now if you have Hulu.
Are you really?
Yeah, Disney Plus and Hulu.
So did they merge catalogs,
Yeah,
or just some things?
for the most part.
Because Hulu is
Like, if you have one-
Disney now.
So if you have Disney Plus, can you watch anything that's on Hulu and vice versa?
Yes, as long as you have both.
I don't
And
think it's
they're
vice.
like-
No, I don't think it's vice versa.
There's
think-
some stuff I can watch.
Sure, but I think if you have Hulu, you don't have access to everything on Disney. I think if you Disney, you have everything
Yeah.
on access.
Oh,
to.
I guess that makes sense.
Because
Yeah.
they're trying to just merge Hulu into Disney, so you can just watch everything through Disney.
That checks out.
Anyway, so we're gonna go watch the Batman. I dressed up in my Godzilla outfit for fucking
Nothing.
nothing. But it's okay. I like the Batman.
I want to watch Godzilla. I don't care.
Yeah, but
No,
it's the
we're
Batman.
watching
Yeah,
the Batman.
You messed
You
that
brought
up for
this upon
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah, it's been what, 2 years? Grow up, Mario. So
No.
we're gonna go watch the Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, starring Robert Pattinson,
Matt Reeves.
Paul
Berry.
Dano, not Halle Berry,
No, what's
Zoe Kravitz.
That.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell, Jeffrey.
Epstein.
No.
Open your
Jeffrey Wright,
eyes.
Jeffrey Wright. Bunch of other people too. Great movie, great film.
Yep.
We're gonna go watch that, and we'll be back.
Let's go watch a movie.
Hey guys, this is Rudy from the Quackdown Podcast. If you guys love electronic dance music, be sure to check out my own DJ radio show called Axiom Radio with Drebin. It's a 2-hour monthly radio show hosted by me. For the first hour, I play some of the best tunes that I found for the month and piece them together for a euphoric journey. The second hour, I pass the decks to a guest mix of the month where they finish off the journey however they please. So if you like trance, melodic house, or techno, check out Axiom Radio with Drebin on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast listening app. And be sure to give me a follow on Instagram at drebin.music to stay up to date on the show.
Hello, viewers and listeners of the Quackdown Pod. Welcome to this week's Quack Fact. This week's fact is about our little yellow friend, the rubber ducky. The rubber ducky was actually inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame back in 2013. The Hall of Fame has been around since 1998 and only has 52 other toys standing beside our little rubber ducky. We have a couple people to thank for bringing about the little rubber ducky into the world, and here are some of the big ones. Charles Goodyear invented the little rubber ducky in the late 1800s, first as a chew toy, but by the 1940s, it became the bathtub toy that we know and love, our little rubber ducky. The little rubber ducky really got a bump in popularity in 1970 because of the cheerful orange Muppet Ernie on Sesame Street. He sang the hit jingle, Rubber Ducky, and made this little bathtub buddy one of the best. The song actually hit number 16 on the Billboard charts, but it hit number 1 in our hearts. So thank you, little rubber ducky, for always being there for us. Thank you, viewers and listeners, for listening to this week's Quack Fact. Now, on to the movie review.
All right, we are back from watching The Batman.
I had to be woken up a couple times.
You had to be woken up a couple times.
Several
it's a long
times.
movie. It's a long movie.
I had no sleep last night.
2 hours,
Well-
47 minutes.
That's what happens when you're in high school. You stay up a little too late.
Eating your Tostinos pizza
Audience, you're about to
rolls.
watch your host's nuts get curb stomped to a fine paste.
Oh boy! All right, so we'll start off with the review. Granted, Mario only saw about 75% of the movie, but what's your review? Out of
It's
10?
fucking solid.
Out of 10.
Out of 10, I'll give it a 9.5.
There we go.
I'll give it a 9.5. Really
Nine.
solid
There we
fucking
go.
movie.
That's weird that you call it 9.5 a solid, but I'll accept it still.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, that's
It's
amazing.
a really, really good movie. I'm definitely going to have to rewatch it again when I'm awake. But
Oh yeah.
What was what's something that you liked about this take?
well, I remember previously we were arguing about bad Bruce Waynes. I think this is a really good English. Holy shit.
Depiction.
Depiction.
That one. Depiction of younger Bruce Wayne and how angsty he is, how annoyed he is, and how he doesn't really give a shit about much else besides, like,
Being Batman.
exactly.
Right.
Then he kind of finds that balance. Like, not in this movie, obviously not, but, like, he doesn't find that balance until he's a lot older. So I appreciate seeing the younger side of Batman.
But he sees that direction
yeah.
towards the end.
And that's what the point of the whole movie is giving you that ground layer for him realizing, like, you can't just have one or the other. He has
It's
to
a good
balance
setup.
both.
It's a real good setup, a real good basis. I'm curious to see if they could. Hopefully, they continue it. But you know how DC is with their fucking movies.
No, this is Matt Reeves' project in its own. So he has the second
Totally
movie's already in
separate.
the works.
okay.
Yeah.
But like, say continuing from there. Say for instance, like this could be a big thing. Like the second movie's confirmed, but who knows where it's gonna go from there because how flaky this type of shit is.
I think because DC had the shakeup and now James Gunn is in charge of it, he's pretty much explicitly said, like, no matter what, Matt Reeves is going to get the chance to finish his vision for
Okay, word.
To
Batman.
do what he wants.
Well, I'm curious
Uh,
how far he takes it then, because I'd like to see other things too and how they interpret like Robins and other villains. and
Is
stuff
that
like
confirmed? Is
I'm-
that a 3-piece deal?
So yeah, it's at least a trilogy. Matt Reeves said he'd be down for more.
Okay.
What a guy.
But I know they're doing multiple shows set in the universe. The first one is The Penguin, which comes out on HBO this fall.
Oh, they're doing a show based off
Wait,
this too.
Yeah.
what else is there besides
The
Penguin?
Arkham show.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so there's a show that's supposed to be set in Arkham.
Okay, who's it follow?
I think Commissioner Gordon.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure he was the main, and Batman is supposed to pop up
I'm down.
throughout the series.
Jeffrey Wright's
Okay.
awesome.
He's great. He's awesome as Commissioner Gordon in this.
I dig that.
Like literally, it took one movie for him to be like the most Gordon-y of any of the Gordons.
Yeah, especially now that. So
Fucking,
No, he was good.
he was, am I spacing on his name?
we're talking
Uh,
about Dark Knight series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good too.
What is his name?
What is his name?
Mm. Oh, it's
He's a-
Sirius Black.
Sirius Black.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Yeah, he was really good. He was really good. He did feel more like just like a cop though than like the commissioner.
Mhm.
And granted, he only became the commissioner when the commissioner died in The Dark Knight. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
which is kind of similar here. But I always felt like this Gordon was more like Gordon that is in like comics and even
You see the
Arkham
morals
games.
stand out because the corruption is more present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also haven't seen the Dark Knight trilogy in a very long time, so I need to refresh myself on that.
I really only know The Dark Knight because of the three, it's far and away the best. Like far and away better
Yeah, it's
than
the second one,
Begins
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I never saw the last one actually.
You ever saw Rises?
I
Never
think
saw
it's
Rises.
aggressively okay. Because when you peak at the second movie, if that third movie doesn't at least match that level, it's going to be lower.
I just don't like the idea of a white Bane.
You're what? You're a weird Batman fan.
Am I wrong though?
No, but
it's-
Tom Hardy did pretty
he
good.
I'm
did-
sure he did fine. I'm
he
sure he
did-
did well,
he
but it's
did-
more so the fact that it's just like, oh, Batman.
I will say
oh, fuck with that, man.
that has influenced everything Bane
I don't know about that. Because
Well,
Almost everything.
Bane in like the Harley Quinn show
I've
talks
seen that.
exactly like
he does
that.
talk like that. That does bug me. I forgot
But
about
that Bane is
But it's more
so
on a
fucking-
That
comedic
Bane's
level.
yeah.
It's
fucking
more
dude,
accepting.
that Bane's supposed to be a fucking smooth brain though. He's a
He's
joke.
so-
He's a
he's
joke, and I
Yeah.
don't get why he's a joke.
so-
I don't know why Bane becomes like the rut end of jokes in that series, but he is.
The Joker like takes his meal during a dinner, and he's like,
Well, I ordered this because I was going to eat this, but you took both and you barely ate either.
Those at the what was it, the Penguins like
the Penguin's kid's bar mitzvah.
that's it.
Oh my god.
Fucking, have you seen that series?
No, I
It
just
is
so
clips from
fucking
here and there.
funny.
That show is so fucking good.
King
at
Shark
just
I
cracks me the
need to
fuck
catch up, but
dude.
fucking one of my favorite bits from too is like but apparently like Joker won for a bit, like all the villains took over Gotham, and he has Batman like chained up, and he's like, what would I would give to like learn your identity? And Scarecrow's like, oh, okay, and he rips the mask off. He's like,
yeah, he's like-
why the fuck would you do that? You
like-
ruined the fun in it.
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
I ordered a goddamn electric car from you 2 years ago. Where's my goddamn car, Bruce?
So fucking good.
I love that. The guy that voices Joker is
phenomenal,
Alan
too.
Tudyk.
Tudyk?
Tudyk, yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, he's Joker in
No
that.
shit.
And then, that show has a stacked cast. Scarecrow is Rahul Kohli.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Two-Face is someone big too. It's so
Rahul Kohli. Let me see if I can picture the face. He was in
iZombie, Bly Manor.
Midnight Mass.
no
Midnight Mass.
what's that fucking show that was Follow the House of Usher?
Yeah.
Did y'all watch that?
Oh yeah.
I'm on.
That was
I-
good. That
I
was
need
really
to finish
good.
it.
That
But have you watched the other shows?
As
The
Zombie,
Haunting
no.
of Hill House.
No,
Midnight Mass,
no, no.
Bly Manor.
Midnight Mass the movie?
Show.
they're-
No,
These
that's
are all
Black
shows.
Mass. That's Black Mass.
They're
never
all
mind.
shows except for iZombie. iZombie is its own thing. That's just where
Did you watch
Rahul-
Doctor Sleep?
No.
Okay, so we talk about the director of these shows almost like every other episode at least.
Yeah.
We love this guy. Do you know what Doctor Sleep is?
It's the,
The sequel to The Shining?
Yeah, no, I know that. I do know that one.
Fantastic movie.
Fucking Ewan McGregor. Is
Oh yeah,
in
because
it.
it's fucking. He's supposed to be older. The kid's older, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you liked Usher, you will like all the rest of the stuff. Like they're all just Usher. Granted, is like the least scary and kind of like really dark comedy.
You'll like. I
What do
think
you mean comedy?
It's a little like
Usher
it's a little like tongue
You call
in
that
cheek.
comedy?
in the slightest. Yeah, very
I would. Out of
very
all,
little.
I'd almost
I'd say it has comedic moments. I would not call it a comedy.
I wouldn't either.
no. What's the right word for it? There's a little bit of humor in these extremely fucked up people getting fucked up in equally extreme ways.
It's fun.
Irony.
Yeah, it's almost like dark irony
Yeah.
is because the other shows are just horror,
Like
except for Bly. Bly is
Midnight
like,
Mass, I think, would be the one you would like the most.
Yeah,
looking at that eventually.
like don't look up anything on it though. 1,000%
go in
go in
blind.
blind because if you look up anything on it, chances are now you might get spoiled as to what the show's
probably.
about. But I went into that show completely blind, thinking it was like a ghost story, and that was it.
You told me to go in blind, and I was jaw dropped almost every episode.
Yeah. That's an incredible show.
It
That
takes
is
a
an
lot for me to
incredible
get
show.
into shows. It takes
No,
a lot for me
this
to get
is
into shows.
10 episodes.
7.
Seven episodes.
7 episodes. You could finish it in a day. I finished it overnight
Okay.
because I couldn't stop watching. Like every single episode ends on something that you're like, well, fuck me. Now I got to go to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the show recently. So fucking funny thing about Amazon now, if y'all didn't know, but you have an Amazon subscription, right?
Yep.
There are now other subscriptions within Amazon. Pisses me the fuck off.
Oh, like the ad-free one?
like MGM. You
Well,
can-
that's because Amazon bought MGM.
Oh, that happened already?
yeah. So
Oh.
like if you have an Amazon subscription, you still aren't. There's still stuff you have to subscribe to in order to get access to stuff. High Dive is one. It's like an anime thing. MGM.
It's kind of like what Hulu does with like Disney and HBO and
Sometimes
Stars.
yeah.
They just, it's the cable thing where they're all just trying to recreate
need the
cable.
package, yeah.
you need the
Which is stupid.
package, and now
It's dumb. It's dumb.
like I think even on Amazon you can buy HBO through Amazon, so that way it's all
Just connected.
connected on Prime, and you don't have to do different
That's it.
apps. Which is like, honestly, that's my biggest thing right now. I'd like one app that I could just see everything on,
you know,
even if it was like
Like a
third-
hub.
that's,
Like, yeah,
it's
a
not gonna
hub.
happen. It's never gonna fucking happen.
No, I mean, it could because we're like transitioning back into cable just over the internet.
You're not wrong.
It's stupid.
But there's a show on MGM Plus called From, and it's like a sci-fi horror show.
Ooh, I've heard of that.
It's solid. It's
I've heard of
really
that.
fucking solid. Only 2 seasons right now, but it's fucking awesome.
Who's in that?
Solid being like a 6.7 or solid being a 9.5?
Like
Okay.
I hate you. I'm
I
tired.
have a
Don't
genuine
fuck with me.
question. I don't know what
He's-
solid means to you.
The one, and I haven't talked to Mario in probably since the distillery. It's been a little bit. I think you were drunk with him one night and you put him on the phone with me, and he just insulted
that
me.
checks out.
That sounds about right.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
But I do remember way back just playing games with him. He would say solid, fully meaning that was fucking awesome. But he would just say solid, where like solid to us was like, yeah,
It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm
So
solid.
yeah.
I'm asleep.
yeah. But
Literally
he's like,
sleeping.
that's solid, and it's like a 10 out of 10. Rock solid. Back to the Batman real quick, because I think you bring this up, how you really like that we saw Batman as Batman before he realized, like, oh, I have to balance both.
You see Batman as Batman, and
Yeah.
you see both sides. But that's what I like seeing on a Batman is like the Bruce Wayne side, the Batman side.
Yeah.
Like they're balanced because they are 2 entities essentially.
And you see, like, even Alfred kind of calls him out for it. He's
yeah.
like, you
Yeah.
can't just be Batman.
Oh,
like,
and Andy Serkis is fucking fantastic.
he's
as
so
Alfred.
good. He's so good as
I
Alfred.
forgot how little screen time he gets
Yeah.
too, but he kills it.
He kills it. He
And
kills it still.
Yeah.
Whatever role he's in, he fucking dominates.
Yeah.
Apes
Even
together.
as
yeah.
Snoke in Star Wars.
Just fuck off with Star Wars. We're not gonna go through Star Wars. You can't tell me the new 3 Star Wars movies are good. I want to
No,
hear
The
it.
Last Jedi is good. That's my.
I'm with you there. I still haven't
Magnum
seen it,
opus.
but I refuse to believe it.
But I just don't.
It's fine. Go proceed.
The Last Jedi,
But-
the second one.
Third.
Yeah, the second
You're
one.
crazy.
I love that
Saw
one.
that in theaters. It was dumb.
Yeah, no, but like, have you seen the last one?
No.
The Rise of
I
Skywalker?
refuse to.
Okay, so until you have to watch those back to back, because if you've only seen The Last Jedi, watching the final one they did will make that one seem
Say-
like a fucking masterpiece.
I don't want that. I already acknowledge it's bad, and for me to watch an even bigger pile of shit to acknowledge that that's somewhat good, just it completely invalidates your point.
Yeah, no, well, first of all, I love The Last Jedi. I'll stand by that. I think it's an awesome movie. But there's a line in the final movie that they cannot explain anything that they've done, because up until this point they didn't set up shit.
Somehow.
Somehow Palpatine has returned.
Yeah, that makes
Is a
sense.
line. They
Yeah.
set up Palpatine returning in Fortnite, and then that
He's
just
serious.
he's the villain again.
Yeah, no, I know. I've heard about it.
Yeah.
So I have no desire to watch it.
That's why The Last Jedi is sick. And then J.J. Abrams came in and said, I'm going to do my own thing. Anyway, back to Batman.
yeah.
So
Batman.
we have a buddy, Nutella. And I did want to watch this movie with him because he says this is not a good Batman movie.
There goes another bleep.
Yeah. He's our guest coming up next week. But he was like, I wanted to see more Bruce Wayne stuff, and like, he's like, the fighting wasn't that good.
The fighting was solid. The action scenes were solid. They
Awesome.
weren't like, it's not like huge, like stunty.
Right.
Well,
it's not. It's not an action movie at the end
No,
of the day.
and-
no, it's a detective. It's a noir movie.
Exactly.
He's-
Thank you.
Yeah, he's 2 years into being Batman. Like, he's not going to be the most masterful fighter of all time.
He doesn't
gets-
even throw a
He's a
batarang.
rookie.
No.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's at this point. He's basically a novice
Yeah.
compared to the Batman we know. Don't get me wrong. Beginning Batman could still kick the shit out of all 3 of us
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
instantly.
Yeah.
But compared to what he learns down the line, he masters every fucking martial art.
Yep.
He becomes a way better detective. His stealth gets better. He's a fucking monster.
I will say, like, this movie felt like the most Arkham
Yeah.
game inspired of the movies, except for, like, that scene in Batman vs. Superman, the warehouse scene.
Oh,
That
the fighting in
felt
there
like
was
Arkham, yes.
that was some
I don't
fluid fighting.
No, it's felt okay. It did feel pretty Arkham. I'll say that. No, I changed my mind. You're right.
Like the scene in the club when he's fighting them, or no, just the scene at the end when he like grapples the guys and then slides off.
It was
the
like
edge and
doing a
pulls them up.
takedown.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
takedown. And then,
you
it's
think
just
he played the games?
Huh?
You think Robert Pattinson played the games?
I don't know. I feel like
Pretty
Matt
cool if he
Reeves
did.
has. at bare minimum.
Because you look at some actors that like based off games, but obviously Batman didn't come from a game; they just have games of them.
Well, like it's good inspiration.
Yeah, but like Henry Cavill, he played a lot of The Witcher before he did that role.
Well, Henry Cavill's a nerd.
I was about to say
Henry
he
Cavill's
played
a
it before he
huge
even
nerd.
knew he
He
got
played
the
the
role, didn't he?
game. He read the books. And
He's doing the Warhammer series
And
for Amazon.
Same with Sam Witwer, though. He did a lot of research into Star Wars before he got either role as
He's-
Maul or Starkiller.
He is an actor that I would like to see brought into Star Wars again. I would
Like
like
a
to
physical-
see
like physical?
Starkiller done.
It's not gonna happen.
I don't think
He's
it's
too OP.
He's way too overpowered. But like,
Way too OP.
tweak the character a little bit and maybe like push him into the past because they're doing all that like the acolyte stuff.
No, I don't, because I don't pay attention to Star Wars.
So
But
there's a show out now that takes place like 150 years before Phantom Menace. So it's like prequels. I'm like, just bring him in there. Just have him be like.
good.
I think Sam Witwer is an awesome actor.
He's a great actor.
He's one
so
of the.
Days Gone.
He's one of the only reasons Days Gone was okay.
That's fair.
Because that game is a hot pile of mess.
And it was like teased for years. before it
Teased
came
for
out.
years. The coolest part about it is the zombie hordes,
Yeah, that's
which
about
are
it, though.
insane. They're so cool, and it's so cool that they did that on a PS4. But then everything else about the game just
Not good.
sucks.
Those actors are really solid though. Sam Witwer is really cool. He's even corrected like some of the fucking Star Wars writers sometimes, which I thought was really funny.
Wow.
Yeah, so when he first did the audition for Force Unleashed, he was doing meditation, but he wasn't. He was like grunting and angry about it. He's like, "Why are you angry meditating?" He's like, "He's a Sith. He doesn't know peace in his mind. He thinks you use force and to strength and power to get what you want. So when I'm meditating, I'm fucking like he's putting a lightsaber together. I'm shoving it in there like a Sith would, as opposed to a Jedi would do calmly." They're like, "Oh, you got the job."
Oh, you got the job.
That's essentially how it happened.
Holy hell.
I think that honestly, the whole Force Unleashed thing brings up a big point of like my issue with Star Wars games right now is everything has to be lore correct these days. Like when the Force Unleashed came out, everybody was like,
Yeah, we'll
"Fuck,
just
this
take
is
it."
this is a fun fucking game with a cool story.
Yeah.
Could be connected, could not be connected. I don't give a shit." But like
They want things to be canon.
yeah, like the Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order games, I love them. They're a great time. But like that's the biggest issue that holds it back a little bit is we know what's going to happen. There's
Yeah,
no
everyone knows what's
alternate
gonna-
reality.
No.
Like at the end of the Force Unleashed, you have the opportunity to kill Vader and Palpatine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, one or the other. You can't go both.
Oh yeah, it's one or
It's
the
one
other.
or the other, and both times don't end well for you.
Yeah, you die.
The same thing happens essentially. But there's a side story. Like I remember that there was like DLCs where you went if you chose the evil ending and went under Vader, you went and killed Luke, Leia,
Yeah.
Han, and Chewie.
It's again like they
Holy
lock
shit.
themselves in here, and that's what I'm worried about with DC games going forward because James Gunn said all the DC games are going to be connected to the movies
I
and
don't
the
fucking want
shows.
that.
I don't think it's going to be good. The only thing I'm excited for is the Wonder Woman game.
Really?
It's done by the people that did Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor.
Oh,
and
solid.
it has the Nemesis system and
All right.
all that. I'm down for that. Mostly, also, it's not Gal Gadot because she's a piece of shit.
What happened with her?
She really, really likes supporting genocide in the Middle East.
Yeah, I'm not getting into it. I don't
Yeah,
care. I don't
that's-
care.
That's all I gotta say.
I don't know enough about that whole situation, so
It's way too complicated for any of the three of us living in Colorado in a suburb
checks
or
out.
apartment.
No, that checks out.
Yeah, like I have my opinions on it, but all in all, I mean, even distance Gal Gadot from that, she's not a good actress. She's not. Kal-El,
seen her.
no.
those movies are bad.
I know, but she can't act.
Yeah, fucking.
She's bad in Death on the Nile. The second.
Was that worth watching?
No.
Okay.
The third one is, though, A Haunting in Venice. That one's fucking sick.
What was
Tina
it?
Fey's in that one.
What's the second one?
Death on the Nile.
What's the first one?
Orient Express.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Haunting in Venice is sick. It's like the premise of the story is like, it feels very Scooby-Doo-y because there's like a ghost going on and like they're trying to figure out. It's very horror-y. I think it's the most creative they've done of them
Interesting.
all because it's like loosely based on a different book.
Have you played the games like I forget the title for them, but like the horror games that were like Until Dawn,
Dawn.
Yeah.
and like what's
Man
up?
from Medan.
I played Man from Medan. I was pretty disappointed.
Man from Medan?
Sure.
Man from Eden?
Yeah.
Is
Whatever.
that how you say it?
90% sure. I could be wrong.
So
Was that the one with Will Poulter, the
I didn't play that one. I
Adam
wouldn't know.
Warlock?
Oh, he's in one of those?
He's in one of them. I don't know which
Oh,
one.
is he?
Yeah, I don't know which one.
Solid.
There's a few.
The one I played was Quarry.
Oh,
The
that
Quarry,
was,
yeah.
that
Quarry
was
was pretty good.
second
That
or
was-
third?
Well, no, that was their big.
That was the big one besides Untold Dawn. The other ones are like basically, I think, short games.
They're very. It's like
Oh, Quarry was not
no. So the
a
Where's
short
the big
a short part of all
no,
of that?
that's full like
Oh.
it's like Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
Where-
finished it. Oh, I wanted to though.
I have it.
fucking
I've just
forgot about it.
never popped it in.
It's solid.
I think I'll do that probably in
I
October.
can't stop fucking saying that now.
I noticed.
Shut up.
I keep saying that we should try and doing like a horror night for video games.
Well, we've.
Yeah, but
I
you're
mean,
a coward.
What? No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I've beat many a horror games.
Many a horror.
Yeah, but we can do this. We can do Resident Evils. We can do Until Dawn. We can do Dead Space.
I think
I will be honest, Silent Hill freaks me out, but that's fine.
Silent Hill is just like. It's not super scary to me.
I just don't get scared anymore.
I get scared in situations where I'm like, oh, this could happen. Fernando's the opposite, right? Like he's like, if
He would have to be there.
He's like,
This is
If
this
it-
man.
he says
handle
like,
it.
if it can happen, it's less scary to me than something that can't. He's like, I can't defend against a ghost, but I can defend against a serial killer.
Which is silly because like
A serial killer can happen.
yes, I don't understand how that's
all
less
the
scary.
ghosts that I have in my house are chill.
I see both points for the most part. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I have a gun in my house, so it's one of the things. Like, if someone comes to my house, like, huh?
You can't shoot a ghost.
Yeah, I can't shoot a ghost.
Well, what are the odds you have a
Just
ghost?
Rudy. Mario, I brought cupcakes. Oh! God damn
You
it.
look like one of the.
He picks up a cupcake. I hate chocolate.
Shoots you again.
You look like one of the Casper's uncles.
Oh. Jesus.
Oh. No, just to circle back to the Batman.
Oh, we've been in tangents.
I think Warner Brothers is underestimating Batman at this point and how popular of a character he is.
Batman
Because-
is stupidly popular.
He's stupidly popular, and like they had one of the best-selling They had the superhero game series.
Mhm.
Like everybody knew, even like Arkham Origins, which is considered, like the weakest.
It's still
Yeah.
fantastic.
It's
It's
still
so
better
good
than
game.
most
The-
any
That's
other.
probably the best fight scene I've ever seen between Deathstroke.
Oh,
so
yeah. Oh,
much
yeah.
fun.
And then Arkham Knight had the car.
That
Batmobile
okay,
boss fight that was so
Batmobile
disappointing.
ruined
Yeah.
most of the game. It
That's
was
why it's
still-
not my favorite.
If it
still
was
probably had the best
just
story.
traversal, or you fought bosses that like the vehicles made sense. But why the fuck would
It's like
Deathstroke use a fucking
Deathstroke,
tank?
You even fought Jason Todd
Yeah.
for one of the fights.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Then you had to get a new Batmobile. Once it broke, I'm like, oh fuck! I said it was like, no, bought a new one. Mach 2 coming in.
Why?
But like they're still like adding skins to Arkham Knight and stuff like that. And I'm
They're
like,
adding.
yeah, they
They
added.
added the
Pattinson.
Pattinson suit when it came
That's
out.
solid.
Yeah.
Did you play Gotham Knights?
I played it for a little bit.
It's not good.
It's not great. My biggest issue isn't really even with the story. It's how floaty the fighting feels.
It's RPG.
Yeah.
It feels like Dragon Age.
Yeah,
The fighting
whereas
feels
like
Dragon Age.
and like with a Batman game or even a Gotham's Knight game, like you should feel the punches and the movement and all that. And that was great about like the
For
Arkham games.
grunts, you need like an 18-hit combo.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, this sucks. This is
Yeah.
garbage, man.
But-
There's no weight behind my blows. I'm shooting someone as Red Hood. It's doing nothing.
You do the thing where it's like in Batman, his jumps when he like would punch a guy and then flip to the next guy, it's still he didn't go super far and you felt he was slow about it. Like he's not incredibly fast.
Right.
In this, it's like your feet aren't even really on the ground. You just kind of slide from person to person. You're like punching the living hell out of them while they're just like, funny. And that's it. And then you have Red Hood who you're just shooting guys like continuously and they're like, it's just not good. It's not
Ultimate
a good time.
Alliance had better fight mechanics in that game.
Yeah.
Ooh, those games were awesome.
And somebody even from Rockstar to go from like the best
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady.
You
yeah.
scared? I was like, what? Rockstar did
Yeah,
not make
Rocksteady.
that? I was like, what?
Them going to do Suicide Squad is crazy
The biggest,
to me.
the mistake in itself was picking Suicide Squad.
I think it could have been fine done in like a different way. Somebody brought up a point. It should have been like, there's that like Escape from Arkham or Assault on Arkham.
Oh, the
And
movie?
yeah, but it should have been you playing as the Suicide Squad, and the villain should have been Batman hunting you down,
That'd be solid.
like through Arkham. So like, flip Arkham Asylum, and it's this group of people trying to break out of Arkham.
I can dig that.
I even think they could even make that into like a roguelite. I
Yeah.
think that would have
Oh,
been sick. Like you Batman just keeps fucking you up and you go right back to jail.
Well,
Oh, that would have been sick. Rocksteady. Rocksteady. Easy game.
I'm pretty
Easy
sure
game.
for that Suicide Squad, there's a multiplayer version where
Yes.
someone plays as Batman, just knocking the fucking shit out of you, like hunting you down one on one.
No,
by one.
that is the Batman when you fight Batman.
That's
he-
just the game in general.
He hunts you down throughout the Batcave and does slowly pick you off one by one, but then Harley Quinn shoots Bruce Wayne in the face, so
Lame.
whatever.
Because that's how he would go out.
Yeah. I guess
If anyone
from-
kills if fucking Harley Quinn's the one that kills Batman, like towards the end of it, I'm gonna lose my mind.
all I've heard, because I haven't obviously played the Suicide Squad, I'm tempted, if it ever drops below $10, I'll probably pick it up just
I don't know about that.
because I'm interested.
Are you?
I'm always interested in like seeing, because I'm sure the gameplay's fine. It's like Destiny. I'm not going to put all my time into it because they did design it as like a looter shooter, which again,
Right.
wild. But I'll check it out. I don't think I'll like it.
That's
But
fair.
like I checked out Gotham Knights. When Cats came out, I went and checked
But
out
you
Cats.
checked out Gotham Knights at full price, didn't you?
No, it kind of just appeared in my library.
What does that mean?
It just appeared in
he
my
got
library.
really drunk one night.
No,
I
I
think
checked.
you're lying.
No, I checked pre-orders. I checked all that. It's just in my library. Like when I gave you that copy, I thought I had bought it, but I didn't. Like I went through all of my receipts and everything because I was like, I didn't buy this.
No, I really
sus.
wanted that game to be good.
I did too.
Really wanted that game.
It's
to
a
be
cool
good.
idea. If they had again, they did two separate fucking storylines where Suicide Squad is the continuation of Arkham, Gotham Knights is not,
It
but
should
it
have.
still starts off with the same idea of Bruce Wayne, Batman being dead. That's what they did at the end of Arkham Knight. So why not just have that be the?
Right.
My God, it's
Number guys, it looked awful too.
it looked bad.
It looked bad. The gameplay wasn't that fun, and the fucking characters also were trash.
Yeah.
They did not mesh well. They were not. They were very bland and like surface level for those characters.
It is really sad to see Warner Brothers go through that time of just like DC kind of sucked for 10 years.
Yeah, it's their fault.
And it's
It's
100%
their fault.
their fault, and they just drop the ball.
And I hate that it's skewed the perception of DC characters to the
In general,
to the
yeah.
general masses.
No,
Like-
it makes it puts people in an impression that DC fucking sucks,
Yeah.
Right.
and it's miserable.
And it makes like, Rudy and I and even you always used to get in the argument of like, what's better, Marvel or DC? And Marvel dominated for a little bit there.
Marvel dominated live action movies. I will say that.
Yeah.
In
And
terms
then
of animated shows, video games,
animated shows.
Don't not Marvel. No, I will not
no.
give them animated shows.
Animated
DC will
movies.
take that.
Yeah.
animated
I
movies for
will
DC.
say DC
And
animated
shows.
shows.
I'm saying shows and shows. animated
Animation goes to
shows- yes,
DC across
animation
the
goes
board.
to DC. Games, I would argue, go to DC just because of the Arkham games. But Spider-Man caught back up.
It did.
I
Um,
will say from an animation point of view, in the last 10 years, DC has sucked.
like what?
The
no,
Killing
no.
Joke was tough to watch because of all the added context to the beginning of the movie where Batman sleeps with Barbara on like a rooftop.
That checks out.
I didn't
More-
care for that scene, but even then,
The
just-
back half of the movie was fine, but then like what else after that?
What about all the current Justice League movies? You don't like those?
Why?
I did like the Long Halloween.
That was great.
I don't like the whole part 1 part 2 thing because that's felt like they could have just combined it into one long movie. It's an animated movie. Like I don't care.
You
It's
don't.
not coming
You
out
didn't
in
like
theaters.
Son of Batman?
No.
What? Did you like those movies?
I like Son of Batman.
Yeah, like
I hate
Batman,
Damien,
like
but
the
yeah.
continuation. Like I think the animation style it's the same from, or at least very similar from Young Justice. Like I think the Batman and Wonder Woman look almost identical.
And Young Justice also is
Young Justice
fantastic cartoon.
phenomenal.
Fantastic cartoon.
Oh yeah, no, all their old cartoons are killer. Like I'm excited the new
I
Batman.
threw that in though
animated
because that's
series.
within the last 10 years.
Yeah, Young Justice.
But
within
the
last 10 years.
Young Justice is.
They had
When
the
did it
last-
come out?
Yeah, it came out in like 2008, but they added the last 2 seasons recently.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
but
I haven't checked out the latest first part of Infinite Crisis.
it's bad.
I haven't seen anything, but I saw like the animation style.
No, that's
I don't like
those
that.
are what I'm talking about because DC tried to restart their animated universe and they all use this animation style. It's just all kind of
It's flat.
It's just weird.
I don't
it's
like
a
it.
weird, yeah. But I think
Have
they
you seen it?
realized
It's
realized
whack.
they're restarting that again. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
But
I will say 20 years ago, I would say that Marvel was also killing it in the video game industry before the movies were even a thing.
Oh, 100%.
Because you had both Ultimate Alliance games.
Mhm.
You had the X-Men Legends games, which was the same gameplay concept. It was just X-Men.
the X-Men Origins Wolverine game is
I never played it, but I know a lot of people
fucking
that loved
insane.
it.
It's God of War,
Spider-Man,
but
friend or foe?
The Spider-Man
what?
games were fun. The Deadpool game.
Deadpool game was dope. I like the Spider-Man Web of Shadows game. A lot of people don't.
I didn't touch that one.
I really
actually.
like that one.
I liked the Spider-Man 3 video game.
Everybody does.
It was
The
awful. but
Spider-Man
it
2
was
and Spider-Man
fun.
3. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
There weren't a lot of DC games at that time either.
No.
And if they were, it was just Batman, and
Yeah.
a lot
I
of
don't
them
know
were hit
about
or miss.
that. I don't know if there are any Lego Batman.
No, because I remember we
Arkham.
had a,
Arkham came out in 2000.
Asylum?
Arkham Asylum was like 2006.
but like even like PS2, there was Batman Rise of Sin Tzu. I like
I don't
that game.
I don't know that one.
There's a Superman game too, right?
Yeah, but that was bad.
We don't talk about
That
it.
checks out.
No, I mean Marvel's been killing it, the superhero games wise right now.
Like,
Granted-
what?
Spider-Man 1 was good.
Okay, besides the Spider-Mans, what else have they?
Midnight
say it.
Suns.
Huh?
Okay,
Midnight Suns.
I guess.
It's a different style.
Don't say Avengers.
No, not
Oh
Avengers.
my God,
Absolutely
don't you-
not.
don't you
Never
Guardians of
heard
the
of that.
Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy was
game?
Oh yeah, it's go into it with the expectations you have right
No,
now.
I don't want to. I don't want to go into it at all.
It's
Everyone
like $10.
said that game was actually fantastic.
It was my game of the year the year it came out.
What year did it come out?
3 years ago.
I'm pretty sure it pisses off Rudy because it Guardians, Galaxy,
Yeah, what game are you putting
Game.
this over? I do feel like.
What
I'm
one
about to
game of the
get
year that year?
2021. Oh, you're gonna be upset. Let's see what came out that year. It
Elden
Takes Two is what won.
What?
mad. Oh, I
That
do
one
remember
game of the
that.
year?
The indie game, yeah.
Oh, that was. I mean, and technically, from like if you look at it from like a what came out that year, it didn't have much competition.
Pretty mild.
But Guardians of the Galaxy won Best Narrative
Oh, all right.
that year. So, I mean, it didn't have much to go up against with like Deathloop and
Oh,
Life is Strange 3 and Ratchet and Clank and Cyberpunk.
I'm so mad. Red Dead Redemption 2 didn't win game of the year.
That one,
wait. What did it lose to?
God
No,
of
it
War.
didn't. It did not get game of the year.
Oh, it did lose to God of War.
Yep.
I was happy about it.
Fuck off.
I was like, don't give it to fucking Rockstar. I'll be pissed.
It's Red Dead. It's not GTA. It's Red Dead.
I know. Oh, you don't know, do you? He bought me Red Dead 2 the day it came out, and I still haven't played it. I put in 3 hours worth.
You know what's funny? When Red Dead 2 came out that night, you know who I joined an Xbox party chat with to talk about the game? This
Oh,
guy.
really?
Sounds right.
The night it came out.
That sounds right. No, fucking, I bought that day one. It was broke as shit. I'm like, I don't have the money for this. I just wait till payday. I'm like, nope.
Nope, that's a game. Oh my god.
I couldn't wait.
It has been this November 6 years.
Wow.
It's a phenomenal game. It is phenomenal. It is probably one of my favorite games.
It's my favorite game of all time.
Really?
It's tied with Last of Us Part 2, but yes.
What is your favorite game of all time?
All time.
All time.
Civilization.
No, shut the fuck up. It might be Red Dead Redemption 1 or actually a newer one, which is Baldur's Gate 3.
You're putting 1 over 2?
Just nostalgia wise.
Huh. All
Better. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a better game all around, but the fact is I played so much Red Dead Redemption 1.
It's also Red Dead 1. I also played the online with you a lot. That was a fucking blast. Those were the days, man. Oh my god.
Mess. That and Undead Nightmare was a fucking
Undead
really cool.
Nightmare
I was
does-
really hoping they'd add that to the second one too.
Well, they teased it throughout the second one because there's the vampires in Saint Denis.
they
There's
cancel it?
vampires, they've
Yeah.
Bigfoots.
Oh.
You know what they canceled it in favor of?
GTA 5.
GTA DLC.
Yeah.
No. GTA Online DLC.
Yeah, that's the only DLC they've made.
Yeah, it's stupid.
That's dumb as shit.
They were supposed to have a campaign one, which I was excited for, and they scrapped that.
It's because people keep fucking giving them money. If
Dude, I don't understand how it's been the best-selling game for how many consecutive years?
Came out
Well,
with-
it did drop out in January.
This
This
January.
but it's back in February, and it's been back since.
that's insane.
It's 11 years.
Well, no,
10 years.
Keep in mind how many times people about
11
Skyrim,
years
though.
in September.
Okay,
Dude,
Alright.
if you look at this, if you look at the stats, I guarantee people spent that much money on each version of Skyrim that came out too.
Well, Skyrim is one thing because like you buy it once and you're set, like you're done for
No,
the most
you're not.
part. Well, now,
Not now.
not now. What do you mean not now?
Yeah.
Not now
what
because
are you
there's a
talking-
special edition. There's several different editions. There's the one that.
But they don't add
But
anything
let's
new.
say you're hopping on to
Yeah, but
like
people are still gonna buy it. That's my point.
but it's not like GTA where you have all the shark cards and the microtransactions and stuff like that. That's
right.
what's driving GTA right now. It's not the cost of the game. It's the
Shark cards, which makes
microtransactions.
No fucking sense how you're spending real money. On
and
in-game
GTA
money.
got re-released what?
Twice.
Got released
Twice.
3 times, but the third one was free, right? PS5
It
was free?
It was free. Yes, so online was,
Was free. The campaign was
$10 for. Yeah, that was for
It's
everybody.
not like the same for Red Dead. I think they did that for Red Dead too. Online's free, campaign's money.
No,
No, the
I'm
online.
pretty sure.
Well,
you
no,
can
'cause
buy
didn't-
the online for $10.
That's it.
Because
you
didn't
can-
Fernando play with you? But he doesn't have the actual game?
No, he has the actual game because we game share. But like,
Oh.
yeah, we all played the online, which again, not as fun as Red Dead 1 online, just because Red Dead 1 is so fast paced.
It was with you and Kyle and a bunch of other people where we got glitch money in GTA, right?
I don't.
There was a guy with a huge fucking bounty, like an insane.
Oh
bounty.
yeah, and it just
You just
You-
kept upping
you
it,
c-
re-upping,
yep.
and you just kept killing him.
Yeah.
He glitched under the ground to the point where no one could get him, and then I got him the first time, and then ever since then he couldn't get the same spot, so we just fucking got a shit ton of money. And they took it away, obviously, but I bought everything. And they didn't get rid of purchases. They just got rid of your money.
this is
Jesus.
talking about like playing GTA back in the days with you and everybody else that we played with, because I also played with the guy, both of the people that you guys hung out with last night. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the other one. Yeah,
I don't know if he had an Xbox.
he did. I played with him all the time. I think it was before y'all all linked up together.
Yeah, I didn't start linking up with him until after high school.
I was going to ask, I know you've told me before, but I forgot. How did you guys end up playing online together? What was your guys' mutual friend? Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I
That
knew.
checks.
Then I met him and. Yep. Those were the days.
And I was,
A lot of bleeping this episode. I got to bleep a lot the last 2 episodes.
You got your work cut out for you. Hope
Yeah.
you got no plans tonight.
I do.
Sucks.
No, I don't edit. Whatever. Anyway, we are approaching the end of our pod.
All right.
It's been great having Mario on here, catching up, seeing him for the first time in like 3 years.
Just all
It's been
sleepy and
awesome.
shit.
I'll
All
go take a
sleepy.
nap.
Yeah, I can see that. Rudy. Hey. Yeah, so it's really fucking hot in this room. We got to get out of here. I'm
Yeah.
sweating. It's way too hot. But thank you for watching, listening. We will be back next week with another episode.
With
Nutella, the long-awaited
the long-awaited Nutella.
Anyway,
It's going to be a draining
yeah,
episode.
it's gonna be a lot. Mario,
I was like, what the hell are you doing? Look,
That is the most, like, I got, like, Titanic vibes.
he's not letting me in the door.
all right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Deuces.